Hello, hello.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Alan. How are you?
Hi, fine. How are you tonight?
Good, good. I'm actually rushing for the syllabus and the content for the next 4 days.
I see. How's it coming up?
Better than I expected because now I realize why the initial time when we did the profit from crisis, there were so many people that were seeing stars.
Okay, okay. But I'm sure that this time they will not see any more stars. They will see the light at the end of the tunnel.
For sure, because I actually chunk it down a lot further, a lot more detail, because we actually have a lot more time for these next 4 days. So I'm very excited to actually share the contents out to see how much like aha moment, you know how like those participants in our class get the aha moment. That's the kind of feeling that I always crave for.
Yeah, the satisfaction from their aha, they learn something at the end of the workshop.
Yeah. So today is a very interesting day. You know why?
Oh, why?
Because today supposedly we're supposed to know who's going to be the PM, because all the political parties are supposed to submit the name for the candidate.
Yeah, I heard that Dato Sri Anwar is leading, but there is a party, the GPS is not, I heard in the YouTube, they are not submitting their letter, their recommendation. But I'm not sure by the end, it was mentioned again that they did submit a name and they didn't mention who's the name.
I see. Well, even to the last minute, there's still so many politicking.
So there's two candidates right now. We have Ismail 𝗗𝗲𝗯𝘁. Am I pronounced the name correct?
Is Ismail 𝗗𝗲𝗯𝘁, I think.
Ismail 𝗗𝗲𝗯𝘁, sorry.
Yeah,
Ismail
yeah.
𝗗𝗲𝗯𝘁 versus Dato Sri Anwar. So the leading one is Dato Sri Anwar, 1056. And Ismail is having 66 without any further updates so far. So if we have two parties who haven't decided who to vote, like the Bersatu and one more. There's one more, the GPS. If these two they vote for Ismail, then Ismail will be the next PM.
I'm just curious, since they don't have a general election, right? How do you see like the votes?
The current vote is just a vote from the current ministers. So temporary only until the next GE
general election. I see. Okay.
Then they
very interesting.
Yeah, they will select again the next PM.
Okay, so for those of you who are listening in, don't worry, you're in the right place. It just happened. We are talking about the latest happening that's happening around us, right? Because as you all know, anything that is related to financial, there's an impact from the politics as well, right? How they set the policy, who's the new lawmaker. Even Monday, apparently there was a big crash on the stock market. But then our good friend Najib said that actually it's not a big crash, it's just 2 points.
Oh, how much is 1 point?
I mean, it is still below 1,000. It's still above 1,500 if you look at the KLCI index. So normally, what we call a crash is if it's dropped by 2%, more than 2%. Okay. Yeah, then that's what we consider as a market crash.
Okay, so we're still in safe hands.
Yeah. So in that sense, I think a lot of people anticipated this, and I think it's a good thing, because that shows how graceful Muhyiddin is, because from there, I feel that things can move forward. It's also better for our country. Don't you think so, Helen?
Yeah, I think probably currently the Rakyat is impatient with the protocol and the procedure that's been taken by the past leadership by this our PM Muhyiddin. So yeah, we hope that the next PM will do a better job.
Yeah, we just hope that everybody comes together to get Malaysia out of this hole, because it's also similar to what we're going to discuss today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how I got out of my 150K debt. So pursuant to last week, which we had a very big crowd, which was quite surprising because we actually sent it out quite last minute, right? So that's why we wanted to continue to do this because number one, we can go in depth of how the person actually got out of this situation. Number two, it gives people a glimpse of the possible solution, because right now there's a lot of people that is suffering, just like what you're saying, Alan. Right. So we hope that after this situation has settled, Malaysia can move forward. And we also hope that our intention here to share this particular video as well as this, we're actually live on FB Live, and we are also live on Telegram, and we also have participants in the room, in the Zoom. So we hope that after this sharing, people can see the light at the end of the tunnel, like what you say, so that they can actually get out of their hole, right? Because a lot of people, I believe, in Malaysia are quite deep in debt, especially the GDP, household debt to GDP ratio was at the all-time high and 93% as of April 2021.
Wow. That's quite high, man.
Yeah. So if you guys can hear us loud and clear for an FB Live Type 1, because I saw 𝗵𝗚 is joining us. Hi, 𝗵𝗚. If you guys are listening to us in Telegram, also type 1 into the latest post, or you can join us in the voice chat, then we can actually do Q&A. We can hear you. We can hear you on the Zoom as well as the FB Live. That will be fun, right? And for those of you who are in the Zoom webinar right now, type 1, if you are curious how we actually got Ismail, who is not his real name, get out of his situation of 150,000 debt. So we have some prizes, right? Or we have some gift, right, Alan?
Yes, we have a book to give away. It's an ebook. So in order to win this ebook, you just need to do a few steps to follow. So you just need to share this FB Live. Okay, this is number 1. And then you comment ebook. Okay, comment ebook in the comment section below. And then we will send you the ebook download link, and you can just download for viewing. So just for your information, this book is created by 𝗗𝗲 and is worth 97 ringgit. So the title of the ebook is called The Secret of Being Debt Free. So if you like to get the opportunity to get this free ebook, please share this FB Live to your Facebook, okay, and then comment ebook, and then we will send you the link. So I will put the instruction at the comment there as well. So you just follow the instruction and you will get your ebook soon.
Lovely, lovely, Alan. Actually, I just want to add on to that. The reason why you should get the ebook as well is because the case study that we're going to share today is quite interesting, because we're going to share 2 strategies today. And one of the strategy is also in the ebook. So it's also a good reference because many of our students who went through our debt management workshop, they will be asking for the slides, which I felt that it wasn't useful to them when they get the slides, because if you don't have a video replay, you cannot make sense because it's in point form. So I thought what would be better is to actually give them this free ebook, right? So that they can actually have the step-by-step reference on how they can get themselves out of this hole that they created, right? So without further ado, shall we start?
Yeah, do share with us how this Ismail get up of his 150,000 debt.
Yeah, maybe just to give a background to everyone. At the same time, let me just share my screen, see whether you all can see my screen or not. Okay. So here's the background of Ismail. So I believe you can relate to this, Alan. You know how back in 2000, I started my first job, right? My salary at that point of time was 2005. And the surprising thing right now is after 20 years, for the same particular position, I think the starting salary right now, maybe maximum is like 4K or even like 2000 or 3005 maximum.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's the gist of what I'm trying to share here is because when Ismail came to me, right, he said this, he said that actually all I wanted for my family was to have a roof over my head, a car to actually commute to work, and, during weekends, just go shopping and bring the family makan, right? So I think that's something very basic, which, to tell you the truth, that's what I hope for, the kind of simple life, the kind of happily ever after.
Yeah. It's something that probably just income that we can sustain for the current state, current situation. If we have 3,500 to 4,500, I mean, it's still doable in terms of monthly grocery shopping and other stuff, paying the rents, paying the installments.
Yeah, hi Bushan. Bushan is asking slides shared. No, actually we don't have slides. We just share our screen so that you guys can see that we're live in Telegram as well as later I'm going to share something as we walk through this story. Thanks for joining, Bushan. So, I mean, coming back to the story of why I actually talk about the starting salary at the point of time, right, is that the unfortunate truth for Ismail is that as a result of trying to have this basic necessity, it is not really basic anymore because trying to have a house in KL, right? Easily a landed house costs about $500,000.
Yep.
And having a car, it's not really the car that's expensive, but it's really the petrol, the cost of maintenance, the insurance, etc., that's really expensive. And then talk about weekend makan and weekend shopping. Of course, I do agree that, you have to watch what you shop because some people, when they start shopping, then they cannot stop. But I couldn't believe that as a result of this, he actually accumulated a total debt of 150,000. So as I dissect his situation, right, I guess a lot of people can relate to this. I know how you start, you accidentally overuse one of the months in your credit card, then suddenly you cannot pay off. Let's say it's like 5,000, then you only can pay 3,000. Then the 2,000 will basically balloon to the next month, right? And you thought, it's okay only 1 month. Then you didn't realize that every other month happens to be like this, and then before you know it, it's already like 10, 15,000 already. So naturally, like Alan, what's the normal thing that people will do after the credit card balloon to such a way? People will get calls, right? Do you ever get a call before from the bank?
Yeah, the bank will call you up and see and ask, how come you are late in your payment?
Yeah, then they try to offer you a personal loan to convert your credit card debts, correct?
Yeah, the standard procedure.
Yeah, then eventually that's how he start to move the credit card to the personal loan. And then I think after a few times that he moved it, he didn't realize that shit, it went up to 150,000 already. And I think somewhere around the 100,000 mark, he already started to feel very stressful. Because one thing is that his wife doesn't really know this. And he doesn't know how to talk to the wife. And the wife keep thinking that it's okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So how many of you can relate to this, type 1 into the comment. Yeah. So maybe you wouldn't want to type because then your wife is watching.
Yeah, I hope they're not in the same Telegram group, in the same channel.
Yeah, but before long, so happened he's one of my clients those days when I was still an insurance agent before I changed into a financial planner. So in fact, I was helping people to do this kind of restructuring. But at the time I was doing it for free and for fun. So I started blogging. Actually, this case was in 2016 or 2017. Yeah. So I started blogging, and as a result, he saw that he know how to do this. So we met up one day, and as he showed me, because he's somebody who's very responsible, but don't really talk much on. So when he actually showed me his situation, to be very honest, I was quite surprised. Because he's somebody who's quite thrifty and very frugal.
Oh.
Don't look like those type of people like, branded watch, branded bag, nice car. So that was very surprising. So when we did his calculation using the 𝗗𝗄, in case some of you who knows the 𝗗𝗄, right, you can actually go and download the free 𝗗𝗄 workbook in our website. We saw that he was overspending every month about 2,000. And then as a result, the credit cards that were shifted to the personal loan ballooned up to like 6,700 a month. Now, of course, his CCRIS was what we call koyak. When you say koyak, it means like you have a lot of 1 and 2s. That's because he couldn't pay the credit cards and the personal loan on time. You know how that feeling like, you only have like 9 covers, but you have 10 holes.
Yeah, so you have to cover here and there, cover here and there.
Yeah, so it wasn't quick enough that, you have to, that's why you miss some payments. So I was shocked as well as also concerned for him. But I was quite happy to see 150,000. Not to say happy in a way that I'm laughing at him or what, but happy because it's still within control. And of course, I've helped people done it before, so I know I can help him, right? So let me just share my screen. Yeah, I already shared my screen. Let me just share this first diagram. So for those of you who are listening with us in the Telegram, right, I've shared something in the Telegram message. So this is a snapshot of how his situation then. I did share in the earlier message that he actually had about 4 credit cards and about 9 personal loan. Yeah, so that's how severe it is. So you can see here the total interest, the total repayment for the credit card is 1,500. And then the total in the personal loan is about 4,300. So like I shared with you earlier, Alan, he still couldn't stop the bleeding in the credit card. As a result, that's why he's transferring to the personal loan, right?
Okay.
And it just keep ballooning to 124,000.
So if I counted correctly, he has 11 credit card.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of the credit card very funny one. Although it's like a credit card, right? But they have a personal loan within the credit card one. So that's why they use the credit card number.
Oh, but it's a credit card. It's not a personal loan. It's just that it has this personal loan component inside.
You can say it that way. No, I think that's one of the best invention the bank have actually invented, because when people don't know how to manage that thing, right? Because it's so janggeh. So that's why the banks end up earning more, because people don't know how to manage it. So that's something which I see more often in our debt management workshop, where how we all used to think if you spend 3,000 this month, credit card, you must pay off 3,000 so that it gets clear off. I mean, I've seen more and more people, right? They do not know how much they spend in their credit card for the particular month. So as a result, they don't know how much to pay finish, because there's outstanding in the credit card. Maybe they're owing like 5,000, but they actually spend 3,000. But what they are paying because they are short every month, right? So they just maybe pay 1,000 or 2,000 only. So when that happened, right, it's just a snowball effect. We talk about snowball effect in the double net worth. So to snowball your net worth and wealth getting bigger and bigger. But in this case, the snowball effect is like snowballing your debts getting bigger and bigger, and that's not good. Right? So when this situation happened, every month that the expenses that didn't get cleared, will add on into the credit card. And you can see here like 24%, 18%. So the compounding at this rate is crazy. And you can see the interest here. We just did a rough calculation on the interest. It comes out to about 280,000.
Okay, so the interest is counted monthly. So every month the bank will charge either 24% or 18% or 20% on the outstanding amount, right? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So that is a kind of supercharging the amount you're owing.
Correct. So if you can get this kind of compounding return for investment, that's lovely.
Oh, well, that in Hokkien they say 食不了 already.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this one is the superb in compounding return for the bank, not us.
Yeah, so the bank is making tons and tons of money out of our credit cards, so to say.
Yep.
If we have owings, if we have outstanding amounts to the banks, then this is the amount that we're going to pay.
Correct. So and you can see some of the existing loans that you have, right? This is the Citibank credit card. Oh, sorry, this is Citibank personal loan, which comes out about 22,000, right? Let me just share it in the Telegram. Then you actually have this Hong Leong Bank. This is also a personal loan. Can you see it? Oops. Original amount 25,000, outstanding. Luckily, it's not that much. It's 9,000. So I think he's also very struggling because he's already paying through his nose already. But still, there's this amount that's still owing.
Just to give the audience a clearer picture, how much is Ismail making per month?
Yeah, I'm actually going to come to that.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for highlighting it. But yeah, like we share in the Telegram, right? He's making about 8.8K, but he's spending about something like 10K.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can see here, there's another loan here called RHB. Original loan amount is about 30,000. Payoff amount 25,000, loan outstanding 35,000. So this is one of the situations I've shared in class. I remember, Alan. Personal loan and car loan, because the nature here is a fixed line loan. Fixed line loan means that they actually calculate the interest upfront.
Okay.
So even though your loan amount is 30,000, right? But because, like you see here, original term is 54 months. This is like 4.5 years. So when they calculate the interest on the 4.5 years and then add up into the outstanding, your total loan amount outstanding is more than the loan amount. Yeah, so you can see the current effective rate, 21%. This is just crazy.
Wow.
Okay, so this is the question you're asking, Alan. How much is this earning? So we actually shared this in our debt management workshop. For those of you who have joined us before, this is something familiar. But it's just that you know how creating the syllabus is always very rushed. So in the class, I didn't add up. I didn't show all these other additional documents. So, but for the benefit of the audience, right? So at least now they get to see the actual thing happening, which I think is a good thing.
Yep.
So as you can see here, his income is 850, and then his expenses was about 10,009. So and when we did the ice jar, we can see here that the biggest money cancer here is the loan repayment of 6,007. So this is the before, right? And then the after here is we applied two debt restructuring strategy. One of it you can find in the ebook. The other one I'm going to cover tonight, which is called debt reduction. Debt reduction here is how do you save interest? Over here is more than 70% interest. A good target is 50%, right? If you can save 50%, how do you feel, Alan?
that would be a great relief.
Yeah. So in this case, we managed to help him to save about 70% because not because we are very powerful or very king. It's because of the interest rate is really very high. Okay, so you can see here after when we save and restructure, right? We did a debt consolidation and also a debt reduction concurrently. Right. So you can see here the loan repayment reduced from 6,007 to 3,000 almost 46.
Wow.
So that's why it turned him around from negative 2,000 to having a positive of 2,000. So it's like almost like a 4,000 turnaround.
Yep.
So after when he finally got out of the situation, he feels so relieved, It's like imagine you do weights, carry those 20 kg barbells, right? And your personal trainer asks you to do like 20 reps. And now the like 18 on the 19 rep, you cannot tahan already, right? You just want to throw down the thing.
Yep.
Then you feel so relieved. Yeah, that kind of feeling. Right. So just to give an understanding of how we do it and what's the impact before we go and share the solution, right? So this is actually how it looks like. We're going to talk a bit about AKPK because before he came to me, obviously he was considering to go to AKPK already. So we actually did an analysis and a comparison for him as well.
Okay.
So you can see here the original, right, was what he was originally paying for his credit card and personal loan, which was 5,008. This is installment. So you can see if you really go to AKPK, because AKPK normally will negotiate with the bank depending on how good you are in paying your loans. They can negotiate between 9 to 12%. So when we forecast this or when we estimate this is based on 9%.
Okay.
So definitely you go to AKPK, they can actually help you because you can reduce from 5,008 to 2,003. But would you, with proper financial education, would you prefer 2003 or 1006?
Of course, 1006.
Yeah, so that's how we further reduce his installment from 5,008 to 1,006, saving him about 3,002. So that's about 2.5 times savings.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so just to share with you, this part here is more on the debt consolidation. The debt reduction one is something like this. Hi, Bushan. You're also joining us on Telegram.
On Telegram, we have Mary Lee, and in Zoom, we have Azri, Kenlu, Rizaludin, and Sim. Well, welcome to tonight, the survivor.
Cool. Type 1 if you are excited listening to this case study, because I didn't see anybody coming in. I can only see my screen. Hey guys, if you got any question, please feel free to shoot. Even in the Telegram, we can hear a sexy voice.
Yeah, in Telegram you can just press the mic button, and then we will allow you to speak.
Yeah, then we can hear a sexy voice over FB Live and Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody did mention before I have a sexy radio DJ voice.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I hope you all makan dinner already, so you don't want me.
Azrin type 1 already, so Azrin is quite excited to hear about this. Yeah,
cool.
Anyone else is excited, please type 1, and then Wakaho will share with you the secret of how Ismail achieved this savings on the interest.
Yeah, by the way, I just talk about the debt consolidation part. So for those of you who haven't downloaded the free ebook that we're giving away, you just help us to share this video on FB, type and comment ebook. Then we will send you the link so that you can refer to the ebook, because this is an ebook which gives you a step-by-step guide on how you can do it, because those people who went through our debt management workshop, they could have forgotten about it. That's why they were asking for slides and notes. So this is a good handy ebook, right? So help us to share it out, because we want to reach out to more people who are struggling during this pandemic, or whether they are struggling in their crisis or in their debt, right? So that's one of the intention we set out to do starting early this year, so that more people can benefit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. So how do we reduce the debt? It's because we are doing the debt consolidation. And over here, like I said, originally, if you calculated all the credit card and personal loan, he would have already, if he finished paying, that is, if he finished paying, he would have paid about almost 289,000 in total interest to the bank. Right. So like I said, he was contemplating going to 𝗗𝗘𝗚, and if 𝗗𝗘𝗚 can negotiate him based on a 9% interest rate, you can see that it's almost save half by 50%, because he will end up paying 133,000 in 𝗗𝗘𝗚, right? But again, with proper financial education, right, Alan, you want 132 or you want to pay 45?
Of course, the lower the better.
Yeah, so this is the power of financial education, right? So the truth of the matter here is that nobody is born with it. Everybody can learn this. So that's one of our passion, which is really to share this financial education to as many people as possible. It's your birthright, right? So how we get this 45,000 is because we consolidate using a housing loan. And at the point of time, the housing loan was about 4.5%. So can you imagine right now, 3.2? That means you can say lower.
Even more.
Yeah. How cool is that, right?
Yeah.
So 288,000 to 45,000 is like almost what? How many times?
Almost 6 times. 5 to 6
almost
times.
6 times. Almost 6 times. So that means it's like 70%, right? Savings.
Wow.
Okay, so are you guys curious on how we do it? Type 1 if you're curious, or type curious if you're curious. We have a comment here by Bushan. Oh, cool.
One.
Type 1. Okay, let me share with you.
Yeah. So from 280 something thousand to 44,000 something. I think he saved around 240 over thousand of interest. Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Can buy a very nice car, or can invest in property, or can put quite a good amount. Like maybe you can put 200,000 in stock investment. Can make a lot of money, man.
Yeah, last time I used to write a blog that the money that you save from Can you hear me, Alan?
Yeah. You were kind of just for a while.
Yeah, I was saying that last time I used to have this blog, the 50% of interest that you save from your housing loan, right, can actually buy you a new BMW.
Yeah, definitely. 200K can buy a nice BMW already.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, let me just share with you how we do it. So one of the things that we're using is what we call this debt consolidation strategy, which is to use the existing housing loan to consolidate all the 13, 9 plus 4, 13 personal loan and credit cards together. So the interesting part here is this, Alan. When we actually did a review on his existing home loan, can you see this screen?
Yeah, 7.75%.
Previously, when he took this loan, right, those days, we were in the era of BLR plus variable rate one.
Oh.
Yeah. So can you imagine at the point of time when he took this loan, it was BLR, if it's 6.7, then it's plus 1.05. So that's why his interest rate was 7.75.
Oh, okay.
And when this situation happened, it's also a blessing in disguise. You know why? Because the housing loan at that point of time, right, was around 4.5, 4.2%.
Okay.
So which means we use one stone and kill two birds.
Oh, so you are saying that the housing loan also was restructured to a lower interest rate.
Yeah, because over here, we found out that he had been paying 7.75. That's why his loan couldn't really reduce much, although he has been paying for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
Can you see here, 128,000? So this is how a typical Islamic loan looks like, this is the outstanding balance, right? And although you have an outstanding balance here, this is the bank calculating together with the interest rate. They call it profit in Islamic loan.
Okay.
So we took the opportunity to help him to consolidate as well as to reduce 7.75 interest further down to 4.5%.
Wow.
Yeah, so for those of you
this is interesting.
Yeah, who haven't reviewed your housing loan for a long time, actually now is a good time,
What was the current BR? Is it still BR, right?
Okay, so recently, Bank Negara have announced recently they have this announcement of the standardized base rate. Do you saw that?
Oh yeah. I heard we are talking about this, the standard rate.
So the current base rate, if you notice for all the banks, right, is they're using their own base rate, which is hovering between maybe 3, 2.9, 3.1, and then they will plus a variable rate, maybe like 0.1%. So then their effective rate could be like 3.2. So if you look, most of the bank right now is hovering between 3 to 3.2%.
3 to 3.2.
Yeah. So from this, actually, a lot of people, when they start comparing loans, it's quite confusing. That's why Bank Negara recently announced this standardized base rate, which will take effect next August. The intention here is that this standardized base rate will be the same across all the banks. I mean, this initiative should have been done long time ago, but unfortunately, they have to do it now, only now. So that means if you go to Maybank or CIMB or public bank, all the base rate is the same, which is they're taking from OPR, overnight policy rate. So the only difference is you just need to compare the plus variable rate. If Maybank is 0.1, public bank is 0.2, then you know that Maybank is lower interest rate because the BR is the same. But right now, they actually, the consumer actually have to go and add up BR plus 0.1 for Maybank, and then they go and add up BR plus 0.2 for public bank, and they could be the same rate because the BR for Maybank and the BR for public bank is different.
Yeah, so
you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so the interest rate will be more transparent after this one.
Yeah. For those of you who understand, can you help me to type a 2? Because I just want to make sure that this is something easy to understand. I haven't really sent out a posting in regards of the Bank Negara announcement because I wanted to understand what is it all about first. So since we are on this topic today, and since you guys are online, it's quite cool right now that we actually share with you so that you guys know what is it about.
Well, just now there is a question from Mary asking about the debt consolidation. Do we want to answer right now or at the end of the show?
Can. Debt consolidation is only meant for any credit card outstanding or personal loan outstanding. How can a debt consolidation help on the housing loan outstanding? So, Mary, is a very good question. Unfortunately, in our class, right, we talk about this thing called installment burden ratio, which is to measure how burdening any loan can be. So fortunately, housing loan is the lowest burden. So that's why we use housing loan as a consolidation for credit card and personal loan. For housing loan on housing loan, it's very hard because it's already the lowest, unless you can find another lower one. Yeah, so that's why a lot of people I can relate, especially when they overbuy in property, when they're stuck in property, it's very hard to do a consolidation using that. But there's other way lah. We call it the property optimization, which is a session I share with the 𝗗𝗲𝗯𝘁 Property Investor Club. But it's quite tedious to do it lah. Perhaps if you're interested, maybe type 3 so that at least we know if there's enough interest, then we can do one session on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. So eventually, one of the things that we helped Ismail do was that once we know that we're going to use the housing loan to do the consolidation, right? We apply to multiple banks so that we can see which banks are more competitive. So over here, you can see there's this summary we do. There's this R bank. Then you see this H bank and also this A insurance company. So there's a lot of nitty-gritty here, but I normally focus on this couple of factors first. Number one is the cost, right? Because when you're in debt already, right? Of course, you want to look at those which are finance. Finance means to say they put into the loan and then you pay it over time, versus those which are self-paid. Can you see, Alan?
Yeah, the definition of self-pay is really that he need to pay upfront.
Yeah, because this one, the first strategy is to do a debt review. That means we get Ismail to check with the current bank that he's having, which is Maybank, to see whether they can review his loan to a lower interest or not. But unfortunately, the bank didn't grant him. So that's why over here, this exercise is to do a refinance. Refinance is only the worst case scenario if we are doing it, because you can see refinance incur legal costs, incur valuation fee, stamp duty, right? So this cost, right, if you self-pay, means to say the moment your loan move from Maybank to, let's say, R Bank, right, then eventually you don't have to pay this financing, this 8,004 out of your own pocket. It's going to be placed into the loan itself. So your installment will be slightly increased.
Okay. So the cost will be put into the installment.
Yeah. But if you see like H Bank and A company, right? When you say self-pay, means to say you have to take out from your own pocket, pay cash. So as a result, the installment should be lower, right? But over here, why is it higher? That's why I would talk about this second factor here, which is the term, the period, right? So you can see R Bank is 29 years. For H Bank is 27 years. A insurance company is 28 years. So naturally, the longer it is, then the lower the installment. Right?
Yeah.
So a common question a lot of people ask me is that, hey, my credit card and personal loan don't even reach 30 years. So if I pay 30 years, would it mean that my interest is actually getting more? So this is the part which you need to make sure that you don't exceed the threshold. Because over here, as you all know, housing loan is a reducing balance loan. And the interest rate, can you see here? This is BR. You see this bank, R Bank is 3.65. H Bank is 3.69. A insurance company don't use BR. So when you look at this BR plus, right, this is the effective rate. So it's 4.5. This is in 2018, 2017, 2018, can't remember already. Then you see H Bank, first year is fixed 4.2. Second year is BR plus 0.81, which is 4.5. And of course, A insurance company is the fixed rate, 4.99.
You see. Wow.
Yeah.
This is a good comparison for the viewer to have a look.
Yeah, so that's why if you know how to compare, then definitely you should, no? But a lot of people may not, because there are so many details there and you don't know what to compare. So like I said, this few item is those that you need to start comparing first. And of course, the rest of it, which is good to have, like whether it's a flexi loan or not. You see, withdraw extra cash. Some allow yes, some withdraw only for amount as treated as advancement installment. This one cannot even withdraw, the A insurance company. So there's a lot of details here I'm not going to go through. But eventually, Ismail actually took this R bank based on our advice. Yeah. Number one is because it's finance. You call this moving cost, it's finance. Number two here, we don't really need so much of the loan amount. Yeah, because we are able to cover. If you notice, it's 150,000. The loan approved is 327,000, inclusive of the existing loan amount, which is 120,000. So actually, they need about 270,000 plus the moving cost about 10,000, 280,000. So they actually have a surplus about 40,000. So I told them to put the 40,000 into the flexi loan account to reduce the interest until only you found a investment opportunity that can make more than 4.5%, 80% of the time. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm learning something. If you guys are learning something, do type one as well, so that we know that you are also learning something. But for me, I'm in this webinar, so definitely I'm learning something. I hope you guys are learning something as well. Okay, we got Mary. Mary is learning something good.
Yeah, so is Bhushan.
Yeah, Bhushan in Telegram.
So once we got the money, right, which is like 3 to 6 months down the road, right? So we make sure he go and settle his outstanding balance. So I just want to share with you some of the things that he settled. See, like this Hsbc settlement letter he's gotten. We make him print out so that we know that he actually paid off the loan. Right? No point doing so hard, doing so many planning, and then eventually cannot get the results. So this is the Hsbc one. Then we actually got the RHB one as well. So you can see here, Alan, oops, you can see here the payment. Can you see 8,000 plus?
Yep.
These are the settlement amount. Yeah, this is the settlement amount. And last but not least is the Hong Leong one. There, you can see the settlement amount, 9,001, 9,005 about.
So in 2017, he settled the 3 major banks.
So guess what? You know what's the first thing he did after when he got out of debt?
Buy something.
I mean, I don't really know exactly after that, what did he do? I know he's very happy and then he celebrated with his wife and the daughter. No? But after I checked with him, right, this is a common after effect of all the people we help as well. The first thing he did after that was he started investments.
Oh, that's good.
Then he asked me, what to invest? So the first thing he did, because he previously had some investment in unit trust, so he went continue in unit trust. Then I heard he went into commodity investment as well. Yeah, I never go into commodity investment. You know, like those oil investing, like corn, you can invest corn as well.
Gold, oil.
Those that you can take buy contracts, buy forward contracts, and all those things. Very complicated, I know derivatives, which is too complicated for me. I have this rule of thumb, you know, if you cannot understand it within 5 minutes, then maybe it's not for you. Yeah. So that's all of my sharing. So we were very happy he got out. I think the wife and the kids also were happy. So I think one of the things that I've been following up with them is that making sure they don't get into the same situation again, right? So I'm just wondering whether there's any question on the floor.
Okay. Any question, please do type in the comment section, and we'll get 𝗗𝗲 answer it for you. Let me check FB. There's no question from FB. Telegram.
Telegram no also.
No, those people in Zoom, if you have a question, please do grab the opportunity to ask 𝗗𝗲, because how much you charge 𝗗𝗲 usually? I mean, Ismail come to have a consultation session with you. How much do you charge him?
You're very smart, you know how to ask this question.
Yeah, because I want them to understand as well that it's not free to ask you question related to how to refinance or how to do debt consolidation.
So that's one of the reasons why we actually teach all these things in the debt management workshop, so that you can do it yourself. But the moment you ask us to do it, actually we're also very fair. We feel that we are charging them 15 to 30% of the interest saved. So in this case, you see that we're saving almost about 240,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even charge him 10%.
Oh.
We only charge him like all in all, it's about 18,000. Which the 18,000 was supposed to be paid to the bank to begin with if you didn't save this money. And we felt that it was good for us to help him to save the money, and in the sense, it's good that he share some of the interest savings with us. It's a win-win.
Yeah. Otherwise, you need to pay extra 288,000.
Yeah, if you charge him 10%, it will be already 24,000.
Yeah, so he saved a lot in terms of interest saving. He saved 240, then we charge him like 24,000. I mean, it's fair.
So in fact, this 10 to 30% depends on the complexity. So in this case, I would say that his situation was fairly, if on a range of 1 to 10 in terms of complexity, 10 is the most complex one, right? We've charged somebody before 100,000. That one is very complex because we have to do fundraising for him, for his family members. We have to work out a repayment plan for him together with the family members, right? And then we have to help him to apply, because he was owing about 1 mil.
Okay.
Personal loan and credit card only, 1 mil.
I mean, there are such person. He probably bought a lot of property, is it?
No. Property, he has
loan.
another 4 mil loan.
So altogether it's 5 mil.
Yeah, personal loan and credit card is sell 1 mil already. So because when we do the fundraising, we couldn't raise 1 mil, we raised only 200,000. So the remaining 800,000, right, we have to do a debt replacement, which is another strategy we cover in our class. Talking about how we, like just now you saw Ismail, right? We see the 24%, right? Because we cannot do consolidation, so we replace it with lower interest loan. So instead of 24, we replace it with 5%. Instead of 21, maybe we replace it to 6%. So we keep replacing until his repayment is easier to manage. So can you imagine how tedious it is? It's actually very time consuming. That's why we actually have to charge him that much. And it was based on our calculation, we didn't even go to 30%. We were still charging 15% because the interest savings were about 800,000. So 15% on that, that's why it came out to 100K.
Oh, okay. So not every case are the same, depends on the complexity. So
correct. So for this case, the complexity, I would say, is actually a 6. Because it's not so straightforward. So because you notice just now, I did mention his CCRIS already koyak. So some of the audience, if they are very detailed, they will already start asking the question, how if koyak already still can apply loan? Okay, you never ask the question, then no answer.
Yeah.
So in fact, at the point of time, we could charge him slightly more, but because like I told you earlier, right? Before this, we were helping people on a pro bono basis. So this was one of the first few cases that we started out. So we just wanted to have a few of it and to see how much value. I mean, we always believe in adding value to our clients first before charging them, right?
Yep.
So in this case, I would say that it's a very good deal, because being the first always get the better deal.
Yeah. Same goes for people who are interested or who take the initiative to ask questions. If you ask more questions, then you'll get more information, you will get more knowledge. Yeah. So don't be shy, please do ask. Okay, we still have a few more minutes.
While they are typing, right, I just want to do again the promotion. Remember, get your ebook. Help us to share the video so that we can help more people amplify our message. Our vision here is to be the first debt-free community in Malaysia for Malaysians, right? We want to impact 1 million Malaysians. So we definitely need a lot of help, guys. We need all your help. Azrin, Ken, Marie, Rijaluddin. We have people in the Telegram, Bushan. We have people in FB Live. Yeah, help us to share the video so that we can reach more people.
Yeah, who knows, after they saw the video and then they want to find a solution to solve the debt problem. I mean, you will be definitely be an angel to them. So they might not know that it's you, or they might not tell you that it's you that helped them. But I mean, you will get good karma. I believe in karma as well. So
I definitely agree with you. I also believe in that.
So if you're in Zoom right now, you can later go to Facebook and then you search for debt-free, DEBTFREE, and then you will see the page, and then you look for the video, and then you can share the video to your Facebook. And you come back to the video, and then you type ebook, and then we will send you the ebook.
Yes, if you already got the ebook, right, send the link to your friends so that they can get the ebook as well.
Yeah, as the saying goes, sharing is caring. Yeah, if you have questions, please do type now, okay? And we will get it answered. Okay, just one question. If they are too shy to ask right now, okay, is there other ways that they can contact you, or how they look you up? I mean, they want to do it privately. They're nice. They want to chat with 𝗗𝗲 personally.
I've made my email public. It's 𝗗𝗲@jadvisory.asia. There's a lot of channels as well, especially like the Telegram. You can PM me on my Telegram as well. We actually have the messaging channel from Facebook. You go to Debt Free or J Advisory Facebook page, there's a PM button as well. So, and we also have the company phone, right? You can actually send us your question or request. That way we will be able to help you.
Yeah. Okay, we have our Facebook page. We have all the details there. So you can come to our Facebook page, or you come to our website. Okay, there's a social media link all down below there. So anyhow you find there's a way to PM us or send a message, we will get it. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. So next week we hope to invite a guest to share his story, right? Because 2 weeks already, you listen from us, maybe too overwhelming. Somebody real life will be better, like a real guest, right? So we'll see who we can invite. Unfortunately tonight, Ismail couldn't make it because he's very shy. So Alan is in place for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely. Thanks, Alan, so much. Thank you for all the participants who's joining us tonight. So if you've got no questions, or rather, if you want to PM me the questions personally, I'll be waiting.
Yeah, cool. So thank you guys for joining us tonight. Okay, we have reached the end of tonight's The Survivor. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming. So I will see you guys again next week, next Wednesday, same time. do join us earlier at 25. The Zoom room will be open, and then we'll be live in Facebook at 30. And also in our Telegram, we will also have the voice chat. So if you have Telegram, do join our Telegram channel. And yeah, you can find it at our website and also in our Facebook page there, how to join our Telegram.
Lovely. So stay safe, guys. Let us know who's the PM if you got the latest news.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's see. Maybe tomorrow we will get the news. Tomorrow after I
was hoping for insider news.
Oh, insider news are very hard to say because right now we still have undecided parties.
All right. Take care, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night, guys. Bye-bye.